revered senior monks, dear brother monks and brahmacharis, distinguished audience. It is a great opportunity to be here on this very auspicious and historic day of the concluding ceremony of 150th year celebration of the birth of Swami Kripamayananda. I am grateful to our Belur authorities for giving me an opportunity to come over here from Canada and giving me an opportunity to speak to you. From the life and teachings of Swami Vivekananda, I have chosen topic. It's understanding Swami Vivekananda, opportunities and challenges. I have a written speech. Sometimes written speech makes you sleepy. Once one in the ceremony, the lecture ceremony like that, in a church or a temple, one grandmother came with a small grandchild. The speaker started speaking. After some time, the grandmother started dozing off. After some time, she started snoring. The speaker was looking at her. When she started snoring, it was too much for the speaker. He told to the small grandchild, "Can you make her wake up?" The grandchild said, "No, you made her sleep, you have to wake her up." I hope I will not make you sleep that way. What Swami Vivekananda has given us cannot be overestimated. He has given us important insights into many aspects of human civilization, including history, philosophy, culture, music, and art. But most importantly, he has described, analyzed, and explained the spiritual ideal, its reality, its various manifestations, and the methods that can be used to realize the ideal. He has given us directions for spiritual life in simple, easy language. He has expressed profound ideas in a manner that even a child can understand them. He has given us powerful new symbols, such as the swan serpent, that explains the ideal of the fourfold yoga. He has expressed the essence of religion, both theory and practice, in his core Viveka Sutras, beginning with each soul is potentially divine. And he established organizations that can continue to study, practice, and propagate these ideas to the world. No, Swami Vivekananda's contribution cannot be overestimated. However, it can be underestimated. Sri Ramakrishna tells the story of a person who wanted to sell a diamond. He showed it to a vegetable seller who said, "I will give you 1 seer of eggplants for this and no more." Only when he showed it to a diamond merchant did he get a proper reaction. The diamond merchant immediately understood the value of what he was being offered. Sometimes I wonder if we are behaving like the vegetable seller when we try to understand the contributions of great teachers like Swamiji. In fact, Swami Vivekananda himself must have been aware of this, since he once said, "Only if there is another Vivekananda can he understand what this Vivekananda has done." As we celebrate 150 years since Swamiji's birth, I think our biggest challenge is to try harder to understand the full extent of his message. It is a challenge, but it is also our biggest opportunity. In this lies the hope not only of our own spiritual progress, but also the well-being of the entire world and all humanity. We have to always remember the twin ideal enunciated by Swamiji, Atmano Mokshartham Jagat Hitaya Cha, for one's own spiritual upliftment and the well-being of the world. Long before Narendranath became Swami Vivekananda, Sri Ramakrishna could already see his future greatness. He used to praise him in front of established personalities of society and predict that he would be far greater. At the time, people, even well-wishers of Narendra, such as his fellow devotees, thought Sri Ramakrishna was exaggerating. But Sri Ramakrishna was completely committed to truth. He could not utter anything that was not true. It was just that his vision and understanding was so deep and extended so far that he could see the potential of Narendra long before there was any external manifestation. Reading these incidents a century or so later, we are apt to think that Sri Ramakrishna was seeing Narendra's success in Chicago or other such incidents. I think his vision was much deeper than that. Sri Ramakrishna described Narendra as the sage Nara, who in some sense embodied humanity. And if we examine Swamiji's teachings, we see in them a common thread of exhorting everyone to manifest the perfection that is within them. This perfection is not to be seen in a narrow way. Rather, it embodies the entire spectrum of human endeavor. Spiritual life for Swamiji was not defined in a narrow or exclusive way at all. He said, the fictitious differentiation between religion and the life of the world must vanish. For Vedanta teaches oneness, one life throughout. Sister Nivedita elucidates further Swamiji's this Vedantic idea. Says she, if the many and one indeed be the same reality, then it is not all modes of worship alone. Equally, all modes of work, all modes of struggle, all modes of creation, which are paths of realization. No distinction henceforth between sacred and secular. To labor is to pray. To conquer is to renounce. life is itself religion. To have and hold is as stern a trust as to quit and void. This means that all our endeavors can be vehicles for spiritual growth. And of course, he stressed the importance of education in aiding that growth, not by preaching this dogma or that dogma, but by helping each individual manifest his or her own perfection. He said, education is the manifestation of the perfection already in man. Moreover, he made it clear that the manifestation of perfection takes different forms at different stages of our growth. At one stage, the manifestation of perfection may take the form of perfecting skill or an art or a talent, and at another stage it may take the form of a deep understanding and compassion. Moreover, these stages may not be disjoint or occur in any particular order, but both are to be encouraged and opportunities are to be provided, as all of this is part of the process of spiritual growth. In this context, I am thrilled that the Vivekananda University of the Ramakrishna Mission has taken shape and is teaching its students advanced subjects in the arts and sciences, and also the art of research, the discovery of new things. Swamiji predicted that from Belur there would be established a university that would spread the light of knowledge to all corners of the world. I want to emphasize that by knowledge we include everything. The students here study mathematics, physics, disaster management, and many other subjects. All of these are necessary for them to manifest their perfection. Moreover, like all serious universities in the world, the Vivekananda University is active in research, which means that we are trying to expand the frontiers of knowledge, to discover new things. In the course of time, the discoveries of our faculty and students should attract the attention of the world. I am reminded here that Swamiji used to often quote the Gita, Tasmat Tvam Uttishta Yasho Labhasva. Therefore, do thou arise and gain fame. Moreover, as the twin ideal of Swamiji says, these discoveries will be for the good of the individual as well as for the country and even to the whole world. At the Toronto Centre, we are working with the University of Toronto to encourage academic excellence under the banner of Swamiji's name. The university awards an annual Vivekananda Graduate Prize to a master's or doctoral student in any discipline who shows academic excellence, financial need, and who best embodies Swamiji's ideal of education. So far, 15 such awards have been made in a wide range of disciplines, from social work to medical biophysics. During the 150th anniversary, the Vedanta Society of Toronto worked with the university to create the Vivekananda Graduate Fellowship in Mathematics, to be awarded annually to an international student who is in a doctoral program at the university in the field of mathematics. The first award will be made this year. At the other extreme, the Vedanta Society of Toronto has started a Vidya Mandir to teach children knowledge and culture, moral and ethical values, and a spiritual perspective on life. The Vidya Mandir has completed 10 years and is working on teacher training, curriculum development, and adult education. We regard these endeavors as core to our mission of spreading Swamiji's ideas. The recipients of these awards and the students of our Vidya Mandir might not attend pujas or services. However, we have given them some encouragement in their own pursuit of perfection, and at the same time planted the seed of Swamiji's name and thought, which will fructify in due course. As devotees of Swamiji, we must strive for perfection in all avenues of human endeavor and achievement, and encourage and assist others to do the same. And all of this is a part of spiritual life. Another of our efforts during the 150th year that I want to share with you is a new publication titled Vivekananda Review. The aim of this bi-monthly publication is to encourage and attract academic study of Swamiji's ideas, especially in the context of other world teachers. In course of time, we are hopeful that such study will result in the teaching and study of Swami Vivekananda's thought in university courses. One of the reasons this has not happened so far may be that academics, especially in the Western world, but perhaps in India as well, tend to view Swamiji only in a religious context. This is a serious challenge to be defined much more narrowly than in Vedanta. It is largely regarded as dogma and observances with Abrahamic traditions. Vedanta in general, and Swamiji's thought in particular, is of course much broader and all-inclusive. We want to point out that Swamiji can be studied as a philosopher and as a thinker who had something important to say about many different fields. I encourage the academic community to help us by submitting analytical research articles about Swamiji's thought. There is a big opportunity here. We have so far completed the first year of publication, consisting of 6 issues. We are hopeful that this activity will stimulate a better global understanding and study of Swamiji's ideas. The other major challenge in the understanding of Swamiji's thoughts is culture. Swamiji was a son of India, and he is imbued through and through with Indian thought and culture. However, his message transcends this. Sometimes I worry that we are not clear about this. We have to be careful not to encumber Swamiji's thought in the cultural identifications that we might be accustomed to. We must remember that Swamiji's ideas are for the whole world. This is particularly important when we are speaking to those who may belong to other cultural traditions. In Toronto, we see this manifested in several ways. Firstly, the city itself is one of the most multicultural cities in the world. We have people from all parts of the world, all kinds of cultural traditions, and all kinds of spiritual traditions. We know that Swamiji's ideas are relevant to all people. Can we present those ideas without necessarily encumbering them with a particular cultural perspective? That is the challenge and the opportunity. Some of the activities we are engaged in at the Toronto Center in response to this are regular multi-faith seminars and discussions. This helps us to understand each other in terms of our different spiritual perspectives. But we need to pay attention to cultural perspectives as well. It seems to me that there is another large opportunity here for us to understand the many different cultural perspectives and present Swamiji's ideas appropriately. One such activity that cuts across cultural boundaries and that has met with a lot of support is our soup kitchen. Our members prepare food and take it to a distribution center and serve those who are in need. This work has generated a lot of enthusiastic participation from our members and very positive appreciation from the community. It is a way of spreading Swamiji's ideas. In these days, the worship of God in man without encumbering it in any kind of cultural baggage. And I think there is a significant opportunity to do more of this. We are extremely fortunate that such an amazing personality as Swami Vivekananda was in our midst just 150 years ago. In the grand scheme of things, 150 years is just the twinkling of an eye. His thought, his ideas, and his presence are very real. We are extremely fortunate to have the advantage of all this in our own spiritual journey. We are also extremely fortunate to be given the opportunity to serve in its mission of spreading those ideas and helping everyone to realize their inherent perfection. At the end, please allow me to quote a few of Swamiji's fiery sayings. The quotes that I am going to say was sent to me by an Austrian Canadian who happened to see our 150th year brochure or souvenir published by the Vedanta Society of Toronto. He writes, "Dear Swami, well, I got all these sayings out of his 150th birthday anniversary catalog. Some friendly soul presented me with it down at the temple. What a treasure chest of wisdom and noble sentiments made available to us ignoramuses and yet seekers after truth. Anyway, I thought to let you know how wonderfully impressed I was and still am about this really wonderful commemorative souvenir edition of the Vedanta Society of Toronto, with its colorful frontispiece and the young Swami Vivekananda in the foreground. Very well designed indeed. Yours very truly." And the course is, and some of which are, "The whole secret of existence is to have no fear. Never fear what will become of you. Depend on no one. Only the moment you reject all help are you free." Another quote by Swami Vivekananda. "All power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Believe in that. Do not believe that you are weak. Stand up and express the divinity within you. Have faith in man, whether he appears to be an angel or the very devil himself. It is selfishness that we must seek to eliminate. The poor, the illiterate, the ignorant, the afflicted, let these be your God. Know that service to these alone is the highest religion." On this sacred day, I pray to Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother Sri Sharada Devi, and Swami Vivekananda, that they help us to understand and practice Swamiji's thought, not to underestimate its scope and reach, and to rise equal to the challenges and opportunities in disseminating that thought.